up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley. I am David, and I am here by myself today. So, I'm gonna need y'all here on the Facebook and on the YouTube and all to keep the chat going with me so we can keep some things rolling. But regardless of me being by myself here, we got a few awesome guests that are coming on the show today. It's going to be a really, really, really good show here in just a few minutes. We got mini stock winner over from Florence Motor Speedway from this past weekend, but also many times other than that. Our buddy Brandon Johnson's going to come on and hang out with me for a little while. After that, I think about 7 o'clock, everybody, we got Greg Biffle, NASCAR truck champion, Xfinity champion, multi-time Cup Series winner, Greg Biffle, coming to talk to us about his organization and the help that they do and provide and support they provide for things like the Hurricane Helene victims that were up in North Carolina. But also, if you follow him on social media, he put out some posts trying to help out some people that are, more close, even closer, near and dear to our viewing area for sure. Down here at Myrtle Beach, we got some wildfires going on down at Myrtle Beach that have severely displaced some people for time being. I know the even schools had to cancel down there today because just severe smoke, which is something unheard of here in South Carolina. So anyway, Greg Biffle's going to come on and talk about that a little bit. And we'll also have, as always, The Dirt with Racin Jason coming up here in just a little while. So y'all let me know what kind of racing y'all were watching this past weekend. I was over at Florence Motor Speedway hanging out with all our friends over there. And I thought I became super spotter there for a little while. At one point in time, I was spotting for 3 classes out there. I was spotting Bandoleros. I was spotting Legends for a little while, or going to spot. Well, I did, and then I spotted Charger or class for a while. So I felt like super spotter out there this weekend. I got my workout going up and down the stairs. That is for sure. So it was a lot of fun. A lot of good racing went on out there. Man, it was they had this smart modified tour out there. We'll talk about it a little bit later, get in a few little rundown from there. But there was some awesome racing, not only smart modifieds, like I said, Bandoleros, Legends, Chargers, and also had the Carolina Crate modifieds along with the mini stocks there, as we just said too, at Florence Motor Speedway, which was really good, really cool. Cars Tour was back in action this past weekend. We might run over that quick. Man, we got to run through a lot in the show. We got a lot of people to talk to. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So, guys, what's going on with you out there? Landon, what's up? Landon Moody there. What's up, man? I tried to get on how many people to come over and co-host with me today, but everybody was busy. Connor still got school going on for quite a few weeks more, so he won't be here until he gets that class over with. That comes first, obviously. So and Sterling wanted to come, and he's helping out there. Had some baseball stuff going on, and all kind of friends I asked, and just everybody just happened to be busy today. So it's all good. We're hanging out here, and it's all fun anyway. So like I said, gonna have plenty of guests here to talk to. Let's see who all's in the chat here. Matt Grantham there. He said sorry he could. I even asked Matt. He couldn't make it either. He was working. A lot of let's go Brandon Johnson. I just like yelling let's go Brandon. It's kind of fun. I mean, we just go for it. Heather, yep, let's go Brandon. For sure. Like I said, we were all out at Florence Motor Speedway and making it all happen out there. And so much fun. Glad racing has started back. I am so happy racing has started back. We'll be, I think I just looked today. I was thinking, well, Dylan is racing on the 15th, but they're not running Challenger class, so we're not running. But we'll be there here, I think, end of the month. I think like 28, 29, something like that. We'll be back in action there with ours. But let's head over to the line here. We got our buddy Brandon Johnson coming on, hang out with us. Brandon, what's up, man?
Oh, not much, man. How are you?
I am absolutely wonderful for a Monday anyway. How about you?
I'm doing all right. Been a long day at work, and glad you asked me to get on the show.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it as always, buddy. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself, man, to start off with before we get into anything else, man. Tell them who you are, where you're from, what all you're driving, all that good stuff.
Man, I'm just a small town country boy. Grew up working hard. Grew up, my dad raced when I was a little kid. I definitely got a late start at my racing career. I was about 20 when I started. We started on dirt, and Florence was the first track I raced at on asphalt. We actually won our first race on asphalt, which was pretty cool. It just kind of took off from there, man. Just doing the best we can.
There you go. So you say what was your first race on asphalt, or did you run on dirt before that?
Well, we ran on dirt down at Oglethorpe. We raced many stocks. It was just a stock body, stock motor, pretty simple class. They actually closed the racetrack, which is what led us to going to asphalt.
I got you. That makes sense. Well, cool, man. So you got how old would you say you were when you first started racing asphalt?
No, I was 20. Well, I was 21, I guess. It was in 2017.
I got you. Okay, so I'm trying to add up in my head here. Okay. That's hard to do sometimes.
Yeah. You got a lot to learn. A lot of people start real young. They start in go-karts and, they've raced their whole lives, and they come into an atmosphere where a lot of knowledge is already there. And we kind of started from zero, man. I remember learning what tire stagger was, You got to start somewhere.
That's always fun. Man, I'm gonna tell you, like you just said, you at 20 used to, it was like, nah, wasn't a big deal. Now these kids are getting started so young. I mean, so young. Which I can't say much. I started racing go-karts myself when I was like 7, but there's some of them now. You see them 4 years old out there already in a go-kart going, and man, it's insane. It's cool, I guess. I mean, they're crafty veterans by the time they're 20 years old. But yeah, I mean, like you said, you got to start 20. So, man, you've been a force there, I will say, in the mini stocks there for a while now, obviously. Last year is like, if you didn't break, you won. Almost. but unfortunately you had a little bit of trouble, just random stuff, dude. I mean, it was like so random. I mean, I remember I saw a picture. I was looking through some stuff today and pulled your name up, and there's a picture of you on pit road. I'm under the hood myself. We're trying to put the I don't remember where it was. Me and Matt Grantham up there trying to put some bolt back in the front end so you could finish the race, and you come back towards the front.
Yeah, I got chewed out that night. We the bolt actually fell out of the control arm, and it actually happened under caution. I slammed on brakes to miss a wreck, and I felt the car dart to the right, and I said, "Man, something's not right." We were actually leading that race.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't. Unfortunate things happen. I think we broke down 4 or 5 times last year, and it ruined our chance at the championship. But I'm doing a lot more work on the car now, trying to make sure that the maintenance is held up on it, and hopefully this year can be the year.
Well, that's what I was going to get at, man. So with last year, it seems like, and I know you've been doing this long enough, but still, it's like we all go through those years that just crazy stuff just happens. I mean, it's just for whatever reason. And then it's like, okay, you kind of sit back, or I've done it, I know. You kind of sit back and reevaluate what you're doing on a week-to-week basis. It's like, all right, this is what I need to be doing. And obviously you've done that because right out the box, first race of the year, man, you come in, sit it on pole, and never look back. I mean, you had a little bit of racing there to do, but you kind of took the lead early and got the win. But did last year's quote unquote struggles, is that what kind of you think kind of give you a little kick in the tail sometimes and say, all right, we got to strap down and do this right?
Yeah, I mean, when you work for a living and you work all day and you get home late, the last thing you want to do is go out in that garage and work some more. But this year, it's my mission. I'm going to make sure that car is 100% every weekend. We've worked hard on it. We finally got the car to a good point. I feel very comfortable in it. I think, this is the year, man.
I believe it, man. I believe it. I was, that's why I was telling somebody, man, Brandon, just, last year I was like, man, he's so close, so close. And I mean, you were winning when things were going right. Now, I think, I personally, I'm just saying this. I mean, we're friends, we've been friends for a little while, and I think you can go out there and do it, man. Obviously, I feel like every Saturday night can be just like it was this past Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely had a strong car Saturday night. I missed the shift on the start. That old transmission, sometimes they're hard to get in gear, especially when you're turning on 9,000 RPM. But, I could tell right away that the guy I was racing, he couldn't keep it at the bottom. I took my time, got up there to him, got around him. He was polite. He moved. It seemed like he moved out of the way a little bit. And we just lap by lap, just waiting on that checkered flag. Usually in our races, there's 5 or 6 cautions. So I was grateful there was no cautions.
Steve Post seemed very excited by the fact of how old your transmission was in your car the other night.
I know. People don't realize, it's a 1980 Corolla, and those parts are hard to come by. They don't make replacements. You gotta work with what you got, and sometimes they're just not that easy to get in gear.
For sure. Dude, it's crazy to me. Even even us with the Charger cars, we run like you just talk about transmission. You look at some of them T10 transmissions that we're running, and I'm like, dude, these things are old. They're really old. They're great transmission, but they're old. Even the I think me and buddy Chad Webster were looking at a motor not long ago, and we just happened to pull up the numbers that was on the block, and the block was from I think it was like a 72 Chevrolet truck that was in a Charger style late model stock car, late model stock style car, and it's like, dude, people would not couldn't imagine most of the reworked stuff that we run on these race cars.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage in certain ways. I race a Toyota. I'm the only Toyota guy at the racetrack, and Mustang Fox body, that was big manufactured car. There's a lot of parts out there, and you can actually order a lot of parts out of the catalog. Versus with my race car, everything is pretty much handmade. You can't even go to a junkyard and find a transmission. No. It's very difficult.
No. Speaking of, you run Toyota. I remember. Let's see. I don't know. It's probably been 3-4 years ago. It seemed like there was more Toyotas out there, and now they kind of have gone away. And like you said, you're one of the only Toyotas we see at the racetrack now, in the as far as 4-cylinder class. You think that's why? Just because parts are so hard to find?
I mean, I think parts being so scarce is definitely a part of it. The Toyota's, it's got a much smaller engine than the Fords do. The Fords can run 2360, whatever they are, versus I have a 1836 cc engine. But we get a little bit of a weight break, so you gotta, we're down on horsepower, we're a little bit lighter. The setup's got to be perfect. You got to really work at it. I feel like it's probably easier to win with a Mustang, but I feel like if you get that Toyota right, a Mustang can't touch it.
There you go. There you go. I'm just letting you know. Matt Grantham said the spotter guy talked that junk to you. Got to push you to go.
Yeah, he was talking a little bit of trash. I was trying to have a little Sunday drive, and he was trying to put the fire under me. But Matt was definitely helping me out. My dad was spotting the front stretch with those big haulers. You can't hardly see the whole racetrack.
Yeah.
Was, letting me know what was going on the back stretch, and Dad was on the front stretch, and it worked out pretty good. I got a big shout out for Matt for helping me with that.
For sure. I was about to ask you the other night if you just want me to spot you too, because I was already up on the roof for 3 classes already. I was just like, man, I'll stay up here. Brandon wants me to spot.
You got to have a spotter, man. That's a big part of this, and especially when you're in lap traffic, trying to work yourself through lap traffic. You got somebody on your tail, you don't want lap traffic to mess you up. So you definitely got to have a spotter.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, it's all fun out there. But so man, far as your racing and everything, you've been in 4-cylinder mini stocks quite a while. Are you looking to do anything else? You looking to you like? I mean, obviously you love the 4-cylinders. I do too. I'd love to drive one day. But what is your goal in it?
I don't have huge goals. I consider myself a mini stock guy. I'm sure I'll always race mini stocks. We did purchase a truck a little while ago. It needs some work. We'll probably move up into the truck division. But I'm never going to forget my roots, though. I'll always be a 4-cylinder man.
They're fun. I don't know. That was like even us in the legend cars. I mean, them small, high-revving engines, there's something fun about them. They just, I don't know, seem so nimble and quick, and they're a lot of fun. A lot of fun, man. It's cool. So man, let everybody know who all you got to thank out there.
Oh, man, I got to thank Aaron's. I got to thank Heritage Transportation, Elliott Properties, the whole Aaron's crew. I got to thank my family. Definitely my wife for letting me do it. Just everybody that supports me, man. It's just it's a group effort. You couldn't do it by yourself. So.
There you go. So what's next race for you?
Well, the next race will probably be in Florence on the 22nd. We're going to try to go for 2 for 2.
There you go.
Do the whole season.
So I was fixing to say, you going to kind of stick to Florence again this season?
Yeah, I'm going to stick to Florence. I might venture out. I want to go to Anderson a couple times. I see they updated the rules, so my car's legal there now. We might hit Anderson a few times and maybe even Cordell.
There you go. That'd be cool. That'd be cool for sure. Well, man, I greatly appreciate you jumping on here with me and hanging out for a little while. Been a lot of fun, and I reckon I will. If I don't see you before, man, I will see you at the racetrack next time.
That sounds good, man. I appreciate you having me on.
All right, buddy. I appreciate you.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Brandon Johnson hanging out with us tonight. Coming off another win there at Florence Motor Speedway, parking it there in the in victory lane. Congratulations to him for sure. That was a good win for him. Good way to start off the year. Can't beat parking it there on your first night out of the season. That's a good way to kind of set the pace for the year. Like I said, he had some great runs last year, and many wins too. and it's just he had a couple things bite him, kept him out of championship hunt. But I feel like he's going to be in it this year. I know all motors are good, and all that stuff's working great for him. So I feel like he's going to be a force to be reckoned with there. But let's stop 1 second here for a word from our sponsors.
Chicken Bone Alley is brought to you by SRI Performance. They are your one-stop shop for all things racing. Do you need performance parts? Look no further. They offer a wide range of high-performance parts for various types of racing, including stock car racing, dirt racing, and more. SRI Performance also has the most knowledgeable employees in the industry. If you're looking for that hard-to-find part, they've got it. And if you're wondering how to make it work on your car, they know it. Check them out online at www.sriperformance.com. And when you do, don't forget to use the promo code CBONE10. That's C as in chicken, BONE10, and get 10% off at checkout. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum is a full-line steel service center stocking thousands of sizes, shapes, grades, and types of metals and plastic. If you need it, they have it. And if not, they work fast to find what you need and get it to you. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum also has the ability to cut orders to your specifications as requested. Their dedicated team not only brings many years of experience to the table, but they are always ready and willing to lend a hand with anything you may need. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Your material needs are covered here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, want to touch on our good friend Skylar Whitfield. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the Myrtle Beach area for sure this week, go see our buddy Skylar Whitfield. He is playing at Molly Darcy's Irish Pub there in North Myrtle Beach on the 5th, Duck Dive in North Myrtle Beach on the 6th, Bowie's in North Myrtle Beach on the 7th, Old Irish Pub in Myrtle Beach on the 8th, and down at one of my favorite places down there to eat, Creek Rats in Murrells Inlet. So if y'all are in the area this week, go see our good friend Skylar Whitfield. He told me this past Saturday, working on some new music. Can't wait. That's going to be some good stuff, as always. Go check him out, SkylarWhitfield.live. And find him on all your streaming apps as well. So head on over there. So I talked to him also. He had a show over at Shug's in Hartsville after the race on Saturday night. He said, "Man, it was a great show." He wanted to do another one sometime when there wasn't a race, so all us racers could head over, which would be really cool. So glad that was a good evening for our buddy Skylar Whitfield over there. But anyway, so like I said, at Florence Motor Speedway, there was I'm trying to remember also Charger class. There were some fireworks, if y'all didn't see, on our Facebook page after the race. Little Ricky Locklear won the race. Oh, we got Connor Lee coming over here. He said he'd be here in just a little while. Sweet. He's out of class, heading our way. That's awesome. So, but anyway, there was a few fireworks on the track there on Saturday night. Wayne Locklear and Donald Clark. Something happened between them two on the track. I didn't really see what happened. I was spotting for our buddy Shay Lane, and Wayne and Donald got into it on the track, and something. I know Donald looked like, I think he got into the inside wall a little bit. Like I said, I was spotting. I didn't exactly see what happened. If anybody else saw what happened, let me know, because I did not exactly see it with my own eyes. I need to go back on the Ultra broadcast and check it out. But anyway, I know after the race, there were some fireworks there on the front straightaway. Donald and Wayne and Cruz all kind of got into it there. It was something. It was something, I guess. It was a mess there. They had to call security over and all that fun stuff. So they but I don't know, they got them all separated. Just one of them racing deals, I think. I don't know. Somebody wasn't happy with the other, and normal stuff, I reckon. Let's see here real quick. Pull up our list.
Well, yeah.
Make sure the camera's on.
I do it in the car.
Alrighty.
You might be like that.
Let's go right here, coming up on the live. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Greg Biffle, what's going on?
How are you, man?
Man, I'm good. I am great. You on the ride tonight?
I am. I was a little bit late, and I wanted to make sure I was on time. But anyway, so here we are.
Well, dude, I greatly appreciate you coming on here with us with the no sleeves and all. That is important. We can let Cletus know. Still no sleeves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, still no sleeves.
Still no sleeves. How's that working out throughout these cold months still?
I'm telling you, it's cold right now. But, it kind of is what it is. And probably the worst thing is I'm going snow skiing next week for the first time in like 5 years, right? And now I got to wear no sleeve snow skiing, so that's going to be fun.
I am ready to see the pictures and video from this. This is going to be great.
It's going to be great.
Going to be great.
It'll be a great run.
Well, Greg, we just want to first of all, man, I want to thank you. Us here from the Carolinas, obviously, I'm down here in Florence, South Carolina, not far from Myrtle Beach, and we'll get talking about that. But just Carolinas in general, we kind of come together as one always. Man, you have been I don't want to take this lightly, but you have been an absolute hero, honestly, to our friends up in the Western North Carolina area and all after Hurricane Helene, and just you and Biff Inc. We'll get into that a little bit, man. We just can't thank you enough for all the things you've done.
Well, I appreciate it. It's kind of crazy how things happen in life. I that day didn't start out to be what I thought it was going to turn into, and I thought it was helping one family. I had no idea of the amount of devastation that I was about to see. So it was crazy for me to see what had happened. And then social media, I got probably 4,000 messages in a matter of a few hours that I haven't heard from my parents, haven't heard from my neighbor, haven't heard from my kids. But, just everybody cut off from civilization. No power, no communication, no roads, no anything. So everybody was in the dark literally for days, whether their loved ones survived or not. And it was crazy. I'm landing in these places and setting up my Starlink, and everybody's phone starts lighting up, and it was kind of, some of it was pretty emotional. All the people around are calling their friends and family, telling them they're alive. It was wild, and taking supplies in and hauling people out. What turned out to be, like I said, one day turned into 11 days and a lot of flight time.
I bet so. And obviously, man, it's to be someone who's put in that position and go through those things and probably see some of the things that you saw, man. And out of that, you start a whole foundation. Man, before that, there's got to be someone with a heart for it. And I think you were that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I did what anybody else would have done in that situation. I had a helicopter at the up at the airport in the hangar. I had the day to that I could do that, and so I just felt like if I wasn't going to go, who else is? And again, my mindset was this family that was stranded that had got a message out. And so that was sort of my focus. And then all of a sudden, what it turned into, and I was lucky enough, the position I'm in, that I was able to come up with the days to continue to be able to help. And so I was in the right place at the right time. And I felt like, anybody else in that situation with the resource, would have done the same thing. But I was happy that I was there and able to help.
Well, out of that, tell us a little bit about how Biff Inc. came to be.
Well, the Biff Foundation, I had a foundation, I had a foundation a long time ago, and I'm still on the board of Lake Norman Humane. So I kind of merged my foundation into Lake Norman Humane. But this particular situation around this, everybody was reaching out across the country. How can we help? How can we donate? We want to participate, and I had no avenue for people to really even donate anything to try and help pay for helicopter fuel or ongoing supplies and things of that nature. So Christina and I, the wife, decided that we would start another 501c3 that we could take donations and make sure they get into the proper hands. That's the biggest thing with charitable work is if you give me $1, I'm going to make damn sure that dollar is going to go to help someone get what they need. And I'm very particular about that when it comes to fundraising, when it comes to helping other people. I don't want to see it poured into some big bucket and then
That's right.
It doesn't really get to where it needs to go. So I just felt like we would start the foundation back up again. I started a new foundation. And if this ever happens again, God forbid, or as we continue to help these folks, that people that want to donate, $5, $10, $100 and feel like they want to help someone that needs a bed or a jacket or something else, build a home, fix their driveway, we would be that intermediary and be able to help those folks.
Well, speaking of, I saw you put up a post on Facebook, and this is actually how we are on social media, and this is actually how this interview came to be. Like I said, a little bit closer to home for us, and we're about 45 minutes down the road from Myrtle Beach, and obviously they got some serious wildfires going on down there, and you're there to help.
Yeah, we are, and we still have supplies. We thank goodness. We've got a donated about 40,000 square foot warehouse that we're able to keep supplies in. And who would have thought, they just had another bad flood, not nearly as bad as Western North Carolina, but in Virginia, West Virginia, and Kentucky, and now these wildfires, it's kind of ironic that we've got this warehouse. And when you have leftover supplies from another event, that we're able to have that on hand and be able to facilitate instantaneously, literally, days or hours. So the warehouse is working well. Penske has donated us a 26-foot box truck, which we unfortunately have to return, in a couple weeks. But we've been able to get a lot of supplies out. So hopefully these wildfires down in South Carolina will get under control and we can help those folks with whatever they need.
Yeah, I saw on the news just a little while ago, it was like one area they had 100% controlled finally, and then there was a couple other places there were still only about 30%. So they're getting there. I think it's going to be a slow process, and hopefully we'll get they'll get it. All the firefighters down there and all the crews that are. I seen helicopters and planes and everything dropping water, which is just not something normal around here. I seen all that happening, and so hopefully they'll get all that contained very quickly. And man, like you said, you want people to, or if people want to donate, where do they need to go?
The Biff Foundation .com. I believe we have our website up and running, but also gregbiffle.com. There's links to our foundation, and we're just going to continue to help people and do what we can. I'm glad that they're getting that fire under control and contained. We just hope that the house, countryside can grow back, but right. Houses and infrastructure and things like that, people losing their belongings in these fires. Hopefully that's kept to a minimum, if any. And it's just unbelievable these events we're having. So hopefully we can continue to help people and be there when they need us.
Oh man, we greatly I can't emphasize enough how much we appreciate the work that you and your foundation are doing, and you and your wife. And I sent a message this morning, and she was right on it, and she's like, "Sure, let's do it." And I greatly appreciate that, man. That's so cool. So that comes from a giving heart, man.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you having me, and I love what you're doing, and I'm glad we can help out, and maybe we'll cross paths here soon.
For sure, man. I can't let you off real quick without mentioning we do have the Freedom 500 coming up on April 4th. That obviously you've been a part of many things with that, but that's coming up, and I just saw that you got a Corey LaJoy in the field now, and also our buddy Brendan Queen, Butterbean there, is going to be in the field there. So you're going to have a little more of the stock car background to race against.
I know it's going to be tough, man. We're turning into a tough field, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great event. It's a little rougher than a normal oval track race. So, attrition, keeping your car together, all those things are going to be important, but I'm really looking forward to it. I love that racetrack. It's laid out well, and these Crown Vics are a lot of fun to drive. I'm telling you, a lot of fun to drive. I've been doing a dirt race at my mountain property now for about 14 years, and I love it. They're great cars. They're a lot of fun, pretty dang durable, not very fast, but that's part of the fun.
Yeah, for sure. I've been telling them some of our local tracks here, I'm like, y'all need to get up a Crown Vic race. We need to talk to Cletus. We need to talk to Biffle, whoever we need to talk to. Let's get up some Crown Vics around here. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, man.
We're going to have to get you out
I'd love that.
Either here at Florence
Crown Vic series going.
Yeah, either down here at Florence Motor Speedway, Dillon Motor Speedway. We're right here in the middle of them, man. So, but anyway, man, I greatly appreciate you. And we're going to have to get out to one of these events, and we'll hang out with you. And like I said, we just appreciate everything you're doing once again, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, and love your show. Keep it up.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
Thanks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Greg Biffle hanging out with us tonight. We greatly appreciate him giving us some time here, and you heard everything he had to say about how to go support all his calls. The Greg Biffle Foundation, y'all go, like he said, if you can, donate $1, $10, whatever you can, is going to someone to help them in a time of need. And like I said, we've got those. We've got those around here. They're still recovering from the Hurricane Helene issues up in western North Carolina, up in Virginia, the floods they just had, as he mentioned, and right here in South Carolina, down in the Carolina Forest area, down in Myrtle Beach. They're having some issues down there with fires. So y'all go y'all go support that Greg's foundation as much as you can, because he's doing great work. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, that's the biggest thing. He's doing great work. It's so he came in when it was needed, and I don't think near as much would have been done as efficiently as it was up in Western North Carolina if it had not been for for Greg and people like him. It's a cool thing that he's doing. But ladies and gentlemen, real quick, I want to thank our good friends over at Dixie Made right here in Florence, South Carolina. Dixie Made, y'all head over there. It might not be hot today, but we know how it is here in South Carolina. It's gonna be hot, so go get your springtime T-shirts. I mean, we got daylight savings time starting this weekend, which means we get some. We get to stay in the sun longer. I love it. I'm ready for it. But you need a good T-shirt. So they got so many awesome brands over at Dixie Made. Y'all go check them out. Everything to get you covered from head to toe: hats, sunglasses, shirts, shorts, pants, long sleeve shirts, coolers. That's one of the biggest things. I got names like Simply Southern, Southern Fried Cotton, just to name a couple brands that they have there. But it's all the brands that everybody wants. So let's see here. We're trying to get our good buddy Racin Jason on the line here in just a second. But anyway, guys, also MPM Marketing, www.marketwithmpm.com. Y'all head over, check out Tanya over there at MPM Marketing. If you're in this game we call racing, you're going to need some marketing help. So y'all go check them out. She gets you covered on all your social media and everything in between. Go check out marketwithmpm.com. Also, I want to give a big shout out here. Profab Headers and Exhaust. This past weekend, our buddy Andrew Garris, they came down with PJL Motorsports and brought the Bandoleros down. Paisley and Jack came to race at Florence Motor Speedway. I got the privilege of spotting for Paisley there, and I will say she did good all day. She got better and better and better. She got faster every time she was on the track, so that was really, really cool. So that was really good. But head over to Profab Headers and Exhaust, and it don't matter what you're looking for, what class you're running, racing wise, even some street stuff. Man, they got all kind of custom headers and exhausts going for you there. So head over to Profab Headers and Exhausts, and they get you hooked up today. I thought we had Racin Jason. No, he just left again. Oh no!
Hold on.
There he goes. There he goes.
Glitching today, man. It's Monday. You can tell it's Monday.
It is a Monday. Anyway, guys, it is time for The Dirt with Racin Jason. What's going on, man?
What's going on with you, man?
Man, we just had Greg Biffle on here talking to him.
I was doing my notes, sorry.
And but we just had Greg Biffle on here talking to him. We had Brandon Johnson, one of our local races before that. But man, that's the I will say, yes, that is the first time we have had a NASCAR Truck Series champion or Xfinity Series champion on the show. I will say that.
Wow, that
and
is
a
freaking
19-time Cup Series winner. So
that is awesome. And I'm on the same shit with them. That is pretty special. I feel special.
I'm telling you. I mean, we rolling. We rolling, Jason. We rolling.
You rolling. You're the one living the dream, one nightmare at a time.
That's right. There you go. One nightmare at a time. So what's going on with you, man? How's your Monday?
Typical Monday. You know how it is. But the racing this weekend was okay. Sunday, just take Sunday out of the picture because it wasn't too much to talk about there. It really ain't.
Wasn't too much to talk about. I mean, there was stuff to talk about.
Racing wise, no, there was nothing really much. I mean, it was followed. Sunday was Friday was awesome. Let's go to Friday.
Let's start with Friday. Let's go in chronological order anyway. Let's start with Friday.
Okay, we'll start with Friday. Man, let me tell you, Swainsboro, I told you that place is a freaking gym, man. Oh my God. I watched the replay twice Saturday. Didn't do it no justice. None. No justice. That's one of the races where you'd had to be there to see that.
Need to be there.
Yeah. That was absolutely fantastic, man. God almighty. And like Trey Mills said, have you seen anything I've been posting up?
I honestly, dude, I am not going to lie to you.
Okay.
I have been so busy that social media has been far from my reach, honestly. You ever have one of those weeks almost? Yeah, that's been mine.
Wow, doggone. Well, you had a good time at Florence, right?
Well, I did have a good time at Florence. I mean, I was posting a little bit there, but I was spotting for 3 classes, so I was busy.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you were spotting.
Well, I didn't either till I got there.
Who'd you spot for?
Some good friends of ours. Paisley Lawson spotted for a friend of mine, Matt Grantham, and I spotted Paisley was driving a Bandolero, Matt was driving a Legend car, and buddy of mine, Shay Lane, was running a Charger car. I spotted for him.
Any relation to John Lane?
Well, related technically, no, but his cousin is dating him.
Oh wow! Okay, right. Wow. Keep it in the lanes. We'll change your name. You'll save some money. Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
But yeah, I don't know if you know this, but the first race car that Chicken Bone Alley was ever on was on John Lane's car.
Chicken Bone Alley / Meisner's Tire. Was he still sponsored by Meisner's Tire at the time?
I don't remember. Was the same John Lane we're talking about over here?
Yeah, John Lane
from Dillon. Latta.
Yeah.
And
okay. You were sponsored by Meisner's Tire.
Meisner's Tire.
Out of something. Well, it used to be. I don't know.
Oh, was it? I don't know. Yeah. They might have been on there too. Chicken Bone Alley was on the hood. It was cool.
We're talking like 20 years, bro.
Oh yeah. You talking about when he was running 4 cylinders?
There you go.
Yeah, I remember that. I used to help him over at Florence some then.
Okay. All right. You want to get back to what Sonoya you said? Okay, Sonoya.
What? You're trying to get away from an asphalt track? Is that what you're trying to do?
Well, no. I want to hear about your weekend too, man. Make it about you too, bro. This is your show. I'm trying to make it about you too.
Look, okay? It's our show. It is all of our show. We're all here.
Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. If you say so. Appreciate that. Let me just say this right here real quick. Like Trey Mills said, that's why I asked you this. You need to check that video out. Drivers, teams, crew members, y'all listen up right now. Gave Trey Mills a hat. You need to see that video. Gave Trey Mills a hat. He said he'd been running kind of crappy this so far this year. Gave him a Racin Jason hat Friday. He comes in third.
Okay.
Gave Cody Overton a hat Friday. Oh, what did he do with Sonoya? Oh, yeah, that's right. He won.
Yeah, he wins.
So,
he wins there.
Huh?
I said, yeah, he wins there. He's
So,
pretty good there.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you want to change your luck around, get your Racin Jason hat.
I got mine on. It's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be in my house tomorrow. I think it said.
Oh, there you go. You gonna what? You know what? Your first race out, you're gonna win. How about that?
That's all right. I'm hold you to it.
Book it. Book it. But Friday was that absolute gem, man. God, that place is freaking awesome. Oh God, it was awesome. Will Troutman had a good car, set a new track record, by the way, qualifying. Hit a uke. Man, you question. I thought about this today. I was going to ask you as a driver. Do you like U tires? You want an inside wall?
I don't know. See, it's never. I'm so. I don't. Uh-oh. I went away from something, unfortunately. What happened? I guess I grew up in go-karts enough that I got so used to tires. They never bothered tires and cones down there. They never bothered me. And now there's a wall, and it still just don't bother me. I don't know. I don't really pay them attention. Both of them, if you hit them, tear stuff up. So
yeah, facts. But I just figured as a driver, you would have more. I don't know, peripheral to know exactly where you're on the racetrack if you had a wall besides the tire.
Yeah, it's more consistent, especially, I mean, because there's some tracks you'll see them, they move the tires a lot, and it will actually change the apex of the corner. So to be consistent, a wall is better. But as a fan, I like the tires for the aspect of they can change the track just by moving some tires.
Who was it earlier this year? What track was that? Somebody passed somebody. Somebody passed somebody with between the two U tires going into 1 and 2. Who was that?
I don't remember. I saw a video. The best video I've seen here lately was a go-kart race. I have to find it and send it to you. Somebody hit a tire, but it wasn't a big old tractor tire. It was just like a car tire. And they hit it on a go-kart, and it just starts rolling down the track. And this guy catches it with his hand and rides with it down the straightaway, and all of a sudden the corner just lets it go. It was like a game of Mario Kart, just trying to everybody dodging the banana peel.
God. Can you send me that video link?
I will. I will send it to you.
I want to see that. I
will find it and send it to you.
Okay, find that for me. Text it to me.
For sure.
All right. How about let's say Ethan Dawson? How about Ethan Dawson had a great weekend? Comes in 4th at Waynesboro, comes in 2nd at Sonoya, and 2nd at East Alabama.
I'm gonna tell you, dude. I talked to Ethan Dodson one time in the Longhorn shop. Actually, I interviewed him in the shop. It's been about a year and a half ago now. Yeah. And he, that dude impresses me. You know, watching him, I tried to watch him a good bit when he was in the modified, what I could, and I kind of kept up with him. Then when he decided to move up to the late models and stuff, I felt like he could never get settled there to begin with. I don't know why. I mean, I saw the cars he was driving were good cars. He just, for some reason, just couldn't get settled. And I think he has finally come into his own in a super late model. And the car he's driving is a good car. On top
solid
of that,
car.
That is a solid car. And I know he still gets some, some good backing behind him. But dude is a wheel man. I will straight up tell you that. Dude is a wheel man, and I think, like I said, for whatever reason, this car has just been different to him than that modified was, because they are a different animal. But exactly, exactly.
What did Kenny Wallace say, man? If you could drive one of them 8-inch tires, you can about drive anything.
And he's not lying. He's not lying. So I think Ethan's going to be a driver force to be reckoned with.
Didn't somebody say that on your show week 1?
I think they did. So.
He gonna make some moves on the World of Outlaws.
He is.
And I'm here for. You do know that R.C. Whitwell, who used to be with Albertson, is with that team now.
I heard. I didn't know who was over there. I knew they had made some changes over there and moved some stuff around.
So I asked John Anderson Friday night. I said, is that R.C. Whitwell standing there? He was talking to some guy. He said, yeah. I said, well, is it okay if I go over and talk to him? He said, man, yeah, go ahead. I said, all right. I said, what's going on, R.C.? I said, my 3rd time meeting you. I met you other times at the door with Garrett. Nice to meet you and everything. So I walk off. I said, John, how did you get this guy? How did you get him? He said, man, I don't know. Can you believe this? He's wanting to leave Garrett.
Dang.
And he wanted a job. And I got his number somehow. And that's how I was like, wow, why would you leave Garrett Albertson? I mean, that right there blew my mind anyway.
Yeah.
But man, he wanted to change, and there he is with ASD Racing.
For sure.
And Ethan Dawson.
Well, everybody, real quick, I'd like to welcome to the show this new guy over here. No, our normal co-host, Connor Lee. What's up, man?
School right now.
Oh, God. I don't even have you muted. I'm sorry.
I've been here a while. So.
What's up, Connor?
What's going on?
Can't call it, bro. How about you, my bro?
Not much. Got out of school early tonight, so figured I'd ride over and hadn't seen you in a while anyway. And I
Just
wanted
missed
to
Greg
talk to you.
Biffle.
Did I?
You just
Yeah.
did.
I checked it when I left, and I saw we hadn't got on yet.
I mean, you got Jason, though.
Hey,
You got
that's pretty
Racing
good,
Jason.
too, I guess. But I have to go back and watch it. But
Yeah, I am too. I was doing homework, so.
Oh, well, to let you continue, though. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Okay, congratulations. Will Harrington wins East Alabama last night.
Woo, our buddy Will.
Chill. Oh, you know Chill Will?
See, I tried to give him the nickname, and nobody would stick with it. I tried to give him nickname the Wheelman, Will Harrington. Did that not fit perfectly? See, nobody liked it. I don't know why. Whatever.
It's Chill Will.
Chill Will. Well, I know. I tell him he's got
Will the Wheelman.
Will's Antiques or something going on right now. He keeps trying to sell old tables and junk on Facebook.
Really? Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to text him. Hey, how much you got for a doggone vanity? I'm going to text him.
He's probably got one. He's been trying to sell everything. I told him I had $1 for him the other day. And he's going to have to deliver it.
Will gave me a piece of a spoiler. Friday night. He said, here. I said, well, I don't collect sheet metal. That's not me. That's smoke. I don't really collect sheet metal. I said, well, I appreciate it, man. Shoot it. I got to sign it. I walked up to the grandstand. I gave it to a kid.
There you go. That's the best thing to do with it.
Yeah. Okay, let me say this real quick while thinking about what's on my mind. Let's say prayers to Chris Madden. His father's on life support right now.
Yes, I heard about that. That is
and they had
prayers out to him and his family.
Oh, yeah. At County Line had practice Saturday night, and I don't know if you knew this or not. Somebody with somebody's team had a heart attack and passed away at County Line Speedway.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I hate that for him too. So everybody's they gonna be there in our prayers. County Line,
for sure.
Chris Madden,
for sure.
Yeah. But yesterday,
look,
I hung up with Steve Post. That was the highlight.
Well, I hung out with him Saturday, so.
Oh, you did?
But no. We got to talk about this since you said that. Connor here called a race with him at the Icebreaker at Florence Motor Speedway.
yeah. Yeah, on about
I
5
didn't even
minutes
bring
notice.
that up until you were here, but Connor called a race with him, and I'm going to blame it on, well, let me tell you a little story. Connor don't even know this. Me and Steve Zacharias have been going back and forth about our podcast battles here because they got a new On Tap podcast. And I told him I was going to steal his co-host one day because he came on before his co-host came on for the icebreaker. Well, all of a sudden I look, they got Connor in the tower up there. I was like, oh, you gonna steal my co-host now?
Yeah, but that was a cool experience though, and like I said, it was about 5 minutes notice. You know, I was just walking up to watch the race, and Steve rolled by on the tractor, and he pointed at me, and I looked behind me. I thought he was pointing at somebody else, and he's pointing at me. He said, "Hey, you want to go call the next race with Steve Post?" So I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, meet me up there after the next race," and so yeah, I got to go up there and call a race with him. It was really cool. He's so good at what he does.
I was spotting was spotting the truck race while you were calling the race.
Right.
I was trying to look and look.
That is freaking okay. Now, be proud of me. I did watch the mods.
He watched the asphalt race. It's a miracle.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I watched the
It was
mods.
a decent little race.
But as soon as the mods went over, I went to Sonoya. They were qualifying. What race did you call with Steve? What class?
No, this wasn't this past week. This was icebreaker, which was about a month.
Yeah.
About a month ago now.
So yeah, pretty
Ish.
close. 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. When I think of icebreaker, Brownstown. Sorry.
I know. The asphalt version of the icebreaker. We'll put it that way.
I like that.
The southern asphalt. I think there's one up north too.
Yeah, there is.
Brownstown.
Yeah, Brownstown. He's trying to skip around all this Sunday stuff for some reason. What is it? I mean, it's Cherokee. It's our closest big track. It's nationally known from Gaffney, South Carolina, Cherokee Speedway. Why are you shaking your head?
Bro, it was my mom warned me. She did. She warned me.
Everybody's mama warned about that place.
Look, can we see the water truck at least one time? I mean, come on, bro.
It gets slick. Well, was it dry slick or was it rubbered up? Which one? I'm gonna go with rubbered up, probably.
I think I can.
There you go.
You see where I'm going with that?
There you go.
Okay, choo. Yeah.
Choo-choo.
It was.
Hey, I'm just proud of our buddy, Chris Ferguson. Breaks it out the trailer, his one showing in 6 months, and brings it home third.
Yes. Yeah, in a beautiful car.
Yes.
Beautiful car. David, you got to see this thing up front, bro.
Really?
It pops.
I was about to call him today and get him on the show, but I was like, nah, we'll wait next week. I got enough people already.
Oh, he's gonna be on next week?
I don't know. I hadn't talked to him yet. I need to.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'll shoot him a message. I'll have him on with you.
Oh my, that would be okay. That would be awesome. That would be awesome because he is so sarcastic to me. He just gives it to me. Oh, I love it, man. It makes me laugh so hard. I love it. Yeah, like yesterday. I'm walking up, put my chair up. I just got to the track. Put my chair up top. So I'm walking the piss afterwards. He's standing in a souvenir trailer. He says, "Hey, do I know you?" I said, "Yeah, I'm Jason Ferguson. How you doing?" "Oh, I'm Racing Chris." I said, "Oh, awesome." Yeah, that's the way we communicate. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's married man though. You can't mess with him too much.
No. He's unstoppable. He's untouchable. Yeah. What you want to ask me? But ask me some questions, man. I can probably tell you more better that way.
All right. So, well, like I said, I've been so busy, I ain't been able to watch nothing. But okay. So, let's go back. Let's talk about Trey Mills. You talked about him a little bit earlier. What you think he needs to put him over that next stage? He's close already, I think. I mean, obviously running up front, winning a race here and there. Super young still, which is going to
I need to ask you something about that too. All right, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that's going to lead me to the next person I talk about, but let's talk about Trey Mills first. What you think is going to take him to push him over that edge to just be the next insane dirt driver? I think he's going to be there personally.
Seat time. That's all. Seat time. That's all he needs. More seat time. And he's going to have an advantage too, because he runs pretty good on that dark dirt. So he's going to run the Hill Tour. So that's really going to help him too.
I got you.
He can run the Bull Rings in Illinois.
All right.
Yep.
Which leads me to my next point real quick. And I don't want to stop you from your point, but that leads me to my next point of another young man that I posted on, I think, Facebook this past week, that I said, mark my words, he will be the next big thing, and that is Wyatt Coffee.
He's going to be the phenom.
He is the phenom. I'm telling you.
The phenom.
As
soon as he gets, give him a little bit more time in them crates. Maybe finish this year out in crates, or maybe later on this year, like they did Beckham Malone late last year. Yeah, put him in the Super, see what he can do.
I think he's got some good hands working on that car now, though.
Oh, Jeff Smith, what a man! What a great guy. Love him.
Love Jeff Smith. He's super guy.
And a little tidbit, if you knew this or not, the White Coffee, they have the old Bloomquist hauler.
Yes,
and if you knew that.
Oh yeah, I knew it. That is the coolest hauler ever too. I fortunately have been in it actually. So it's pretty cool. It is. I think sweet.
It's black. I mean, totally blacked out.
I think it's the only hauler I've ever seen. Toter and trailer, but is the only toter I've ever seen with a trophy case in it. That's when you know you're going to win races.
Somebody told me about that. I got a question for you, David. Okay, this really hit me hard yesterday. I'm not going to give you no names. Talk to a former driver. Well, not a former driver. Talk to a driver. Mm-hmm. His car is not ready yet. It got destroyed last year at Smoky Mountain. He was talking about how Superlane Motor Racing is we're in a very bad place right now.
Thanks.
We are
Really?
Yeah, the tires, the cost. We're just in a bad situation. We ain't making no money. I was like, well, here's the thing. Okay, yes, tires are high right now. I said, everything's high right now. So I said, maybe the economy and everything will get back on its feet. And we'll get back and being kind of normal again. But I said, oh, God, about to give his name away. I said, but you got to look at it too. Like, streaming services. I said, look at this place. It's packed. I said, we're in a very safe place. And then I mentioned all the young youth, because his son right now is going to be probably in a crate here coming up later on this year. Yeah. And I said, look at the youth. Speaking of Trey Mills, I did say Trey Mills. I said Carson Brand. I said Luke Morey. I said, look, these guys right now. I should say White Coffee, but he's still in a crate right now. We'll give him more time. But I said, our future's looking absolutely fantastic right now. I feel very comfortable letting these guys carry the banner for us and move on. I said, I'm very happy situation. I'm in a very happy situation. I'm very happy where things are going right now. Super late models. Now, I will say this: start money could be a little bit more better. But the personal big.
Oh yeah, we can always. There's always room for improvement.
Start money can be a little bit better, but I think we're in a very, very good place. What do you think?
There's always room for improvement. But me and Connor have even talked about this. But the thing is, and I hate it in a way, but I get it in a way. I don't care who you are, how old you are, whatever. And I'm not going to mention any names either, but I know people even on a local level that, they're looking for sponsors all the time. And yet they get on social media and they're bashing this, bashing that, talking smack with one another, they're Facebook fighting, keyboard warriors and everything else. And it's like, you don't understand why you can't get sponsors. I understand why you can't get sponsors, because nobody wants to be associated with this. So regardless of who it is, I don't care, young, old, male, female, whatever, you have to make yourself marketable now. And I know that is a completely different thing for a lot of people, even me, used to. Before social media came along, if you're talking with an older driver, before that was around before social media really blew up as big as it is now, you didn't you didn't have to worry about being marketable per se, especially on a, back then on the dirt level. Nobody ever hardly, there was an interview here and there, but it wasn't broadcasted for millions of people to see. A few people saw it and it was all cool, well, good, whatever. But now, I don't care who you are, Joe Blow at let's say Sumter Speedway, everything you do at that track is going to be out on social media. If you do an interview, it's going to be on social media. There's going to be a lot of people see it. So regardless of what level you're on, you have to be marketable now. And that's just the way it is. It's changed. I'm not saying you got to be pretty boy and, do everything, because people still like personality. But you just can't, you know what I mean? You just got to be, out there. You got to market for everybody. If whatever's on your car, you're a salesman for that company. And you got to be that salesman now. So when you do that, then the money issues go away. Because then the sponsors pay for them tires, they pay for them, and then you're liking the it's like, all right, let's get this purse a little better. We can race more up front when we get more money. Because that's, unfortunately, we all know that's just how it is. The more money you can spend in the car, the closer to the front you can run most of the time. Mm-hmm. And then the money issues go away. So that's how I feel about that.
Just make yourself marketable.
Yeah, that's you got to. You got to.
You'll be my PR.
Use our good friends
guy
over at MPM Marketing. Talk with Tanya over there. Talk with Tanya over there.
I'll get Tanya to be my PR person. There you go.
That's what I'm telling you. You talk with Tanya over there, and she will make you marketable.
Say no more. Yeah, Tanya. I got one more thing here. You talking about wheel with the wheelman Harrington? Yeah. I got one for you. I got a nickname for you, buddy. I gave him this nickname. You know Gray Parton?
Yeah.
50 Shades.
There you go.
50 Shades of Gray. Yeah.
There you go.
He loves it. He loves it.
I bet. Oh, fun stuff. So what's up next, man? What's coming up? What you got your eye on?
Well, Smoky Mountain this weekend, brother. What about Outlaws? I'll be at Lancaster the week after for Southern Thunder. At the big half mile.
You like Lancaster?
I love it. It's one of my favorite tracks in the Carolinas.
I like it too. I love.
Awesome. Like Martinsville, semi-banked. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Oh, and he actually passed there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's racing.
My wife, the first dirt race I ever took her to was Lancaster. And she'd been to a racetrack before, but she had never been to a dirt track, so she didn't really know much about dirt racing. She didn't know how dirty you get. So I didn't say anything to her. I remember she wore a T-shirt, very light colored. It might have been a white T-shirt. I don't know. It was a very light colored T-shirt, and I just didn't say a word. And we sat right out of turn 4.
Oh, no, not the jungle. You sat in the jungle. Oh.
Just for the fun of it.
That is funny. Yeah, do not go to the jungle. Mm-mm. It's called the jungle for a reason.
Yes, it is. So, no, I like Lancaster. So, actually, most of the time I go, though, I'm like, let me park in the infield. I'm glad y'all let people park in the infield. Let me park in the infield and let me stand on the back of the truck and watch.
There you go. Or go to back stretch. Gosh, what they called with the people with the flame, propane flames.
Oh yeah. The pyro.
Yeah. They're awesome too. Yeah. Yep. But that's where I'll be at, bud. What you got going on this weekend? Where you going?
I don't think we got much of nothing going on around here. Not close by. Yeah, I think it's towards the middle to the end of the month before anything starts back up really around here. So I'll just be catching everything on whatever streaming service I can find it on this weekend.
You're not going to Anderson for Smart Miles this weekend?
I'm not. Look, I'm not talking junk about them because I think they put on a great race. Whatever. It was a good race. I'm not a big modified fan.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Just not a big modified guy.
They look like. I mean, not like I said, I'm not taking anything away from it. It's just not my cup of tea.
Well, I would love to drive one time, just to do it. But this is my problem with them, is they have, like at Florence this past weekend, and I'm not talking jump about it because it's the way you have to race it. But they ran a 99 lap race. But as big as those tires are on them things, they're gigantic, and the car is just big. You don't realize how small them cars are until you really get up by them. And I was like, dude, them things are like this high off the ground and just teeny. Our buddy Joey Coulter running one now, and I mean, he was there this past weekend. But
Love Joey.
Yeah, he's a great dude. But they have to conserve tires, I think, more than the Cars Tour does.
Yeah, they were riding a long time.
They just ride, and they do stage racing, which is fine. Somebody did take out the cone.
Yeah.
Somebody took out the cone.
Yeah, I posted that video. I put up prayers.
So
prayers for the cone.
Yeah, cone died that day.
I don't know how they did that.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like, you were the last car. Next last car in line. You just ran straight into the cone.
How do you not see? You can drive a race car. How can you not see that?
Yeah, but the first 80 laps of that race, 75 laps, we'll say 75. I give them benefit of the doubt. 75 laps. They rode around at half throttle.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it was
just serving tires.
Yeah, just keeping tires on it.
Wow.
And then they finally raced the last. I'm like, y'all could make this a 25 lap race and it'd be just as good, if not better.
Much. Yeah.
Wow. I'll make it a 30 lap feature. There you go.
There you go.
30 lap feature.
It would probably last for. It would probably last forever. Yeah, it'd probably last forever because they'd just be running all over each other when it go time like that. But hey,
could you imagine? Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that?
I'd love it.
Yeah,
I'd love it.
Yeah. Speaking of Anderson Speedway, by the way, I don't know if you knew this or not. Scott Childress used to run Cherokees, running Anderson Speedway now.
I heard it.
Well, it was the same thing. I'm just wasting my breath. You know everything.
No. That's a good point because I haven't said anything about it. I mean, I'd heard that. Well, let me take that back. I'd heard somebody else was running it, is what I heard. So I didn't know he had moved over there. So I know they were they're doing pretty good. They got Smart Tour going there. Cars Tour's going there. So that's good. I like the little track for sure. It's a nice track.
Oh, I got one more news for. I forgot.
What you
got? Spainsboro Friday. I posted eyeballs up. What was it? Wednesday or Thursday? I can't remember. I posted eyeballs up.
Oh,
Group
yeah.
Chief change.
Yeah.
Jason Durham now with Huddy.
What brought this about?
Nick, who used to work for Downtown Michael Brown.
Yep.
They let him go. So Jason is category 5. Well, nobody buying him. Stormy's going back to modified racing. Jason looking for a job. Nick, I'll holler at you. Hey, Jason. Hey, okay. All right, come on now. And yeah, that's how that happened. Yep.
Where's our buddy?
I don't know anybody to run a category 5 chassis.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. No.
I don't either. Yeah. I don't either. What's our boy Downtown Michael Brown doing now? I hadn't seen him much lately.
In defense, Michael Brown's defense. Okay, he destroyed his primary car at Ultra. Yeah. He's kind of struggling a little bit. I was texting Drew. Do you know Drew's tire guy? Love Drew.
I've met him all over there, but I don't really know him.
Oh, Drew's awesome. Go say hey to Drew. He was texting me earlier to my man. We need to quit racing, man. We struggling. I said, well, man, you tore the primary car up, man. You're gonna do, doggone 2-3-year-old car. What do you expect? I said, you'll get the other car ready, man. Don't worry about it. Keep your head up, bro. Drew, keep your head up, bro.
I like Michael. We've had him on the show a few times. He's a good dude for sure.
Awesome, bro. It don't get no better than Michael Brown.
No,
they don't get no better than Michael Brown, bro. And Mark McLeod's good people too, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out Pickle Wiggly.
There you go. All right, man. Well, cool. Well, dude, I appreciate you as always. So
Appreciate you, bud.
So everybody needs to be checking out Smoky Mountain Speedway, World Outlaws.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the week after that, here's what we're really gonna pay attention to. See where everybody's going. Lucas Oil's going to Atomic, then Brownstown. World of Outlaws will be at Swainsboro, where I'll be at, by the way. We'll see who's running where, when, and where, and all that good stuff.
You
So
got
keep an eye out for that.
You got any bold predictions about any of that?
Am I allowed to say?
I mean, if you got just a random prediction, I'm not saying something you already know. I'm saying if you got just some crazy out there prediction.
Sure, absolutely. Dalton Wilson going to run the World of Outlaws.
There you go. All right, you heard it first.
That's just one. I mean, I better wait. He gonna get me in trouble, man. Let me wait. Everybody keep an eye on Spainsboro. That's all I can tell you.
There you go. Y'all go follow Racin Jason there on Twitter. He keeps you
the X baby, the Twix,
Twix, whatever y'all call it nowadays. I can't keep up with it.
Man. Hey, tune in tomorrow night, man. We're ripping the lip, man.
Yes, for sure.
Are you? You gonna join?
I'm gonna try my hardest.
Okay.
Try my hardest. I gotta work on the race car a little bit, so I'll try to do it while I'm working on the car.
All right, there you go. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, y'all be good. Have a good rest of the week.
You too, brother.
Later.
All right, everybody. Racin Jason. Y'all go check him out. Like I said, on the X, the Twitter, the whatever you call it. I don't even know what you call it anymore. Connor, what's up, man?
Man, not a whole lot. Just
how's school treating you?
Not bad. This wasn't a planned absence. I signed up for the classes and it was Thursday night, so I didn't think anything about it. And then the week of, apparently the professor or instructor thought it was a Monday night class and he couldn't do Thursday night. So
yeah, change of heart, eh?
Yeah, so then it was a Monday class then. So I don't know. This will go till I'd say probably early May. So I'll probably be here on and off, kind of like I am now. But yeah, this wasn't planned, but kind of got to get it done.
Hey,
so.
You got.
At least we won't miss too much racing. We're just getting warmed up here.
Yeah, I was fixing to say we just get warmed up. April's when it really starts warming up and rolling in. So school's first anyway. You know that. So how much longer school you got left?
Yeah, I still got another year. After
you got another year.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't know if you gonna take any summer classes.
Yeah, summer classes this summer and next summer. So we were trying to get straight today.
Whew.
Yeah,
hard at it.
Well, I was trying to do an internship and had so many summer classes, so we're trying to get some stuff moved around to free up some time. But yeah, I still got a little bit more to go.
I don't know what's going on outside, but dog raising.
He's been barking since I pulled up. I don't know
what. He was barking before that.
Okay, I didn't know if I upset him or not.
No, I don't know what he's barking at out there. That's something crazy. Y'all could probably hear it on here. But no, that's cool, man. That's cool. So, how many classes you got right now?
Right now, I'm taking 4. Yeah, 3 in person and 1 online.
Okay, cool.
Not bad. Just a untimely class.
Nah. Yeah. Is what it is. We've had the cast of characters and try to fill your shoes.
Yeah, I've been keeping up, checking on each week when I get out, see who's over here. But yeah, looks. Hopefully I'll be able to be over here more. But just depends on what time we get out.
There you go. All right, well, we got to talk about it because, like I said, I didn't talk about it. I wanted to wait till you came in one, and we just spoke about it just a little bit there. But at Florence Motor Speedway at Icebreaker, you called a race with Steve Post there, and we spoke about it just a minute there. I couldn't really hear it. Obviously, I was over spotting. So, man, how was that? How did that roll for you?
Yeah, it was pretty cool because he had Stephen Parsons with him, and he was down there in the pits, like kind of talking to some of the drivers for the race to get some storylines. So he was up there, and like I said, Steve Zacharias just kind of told me, hey, you want to go call? He's told me before, if I wanted to call the racer there. But, usually we're racing or whatever. But so I went up there, and Steve was awesome. I mean, he was so welcoming, and let me. I was kind of the analyst, I guess you'd say. I don't know if I consider myself that, but
hey, you probably got more laps around that track than a lot of them boys out there.
I might be young, but I've seen a lot of races. I pretty much done it my whole life, but It was awesome. He's so good at that. I mean, he's just his voice and the way he talks about the
rolls with
racing.
it,
It's
so-
just, yeah. So he would say something and I would kind of chime in and whatever I, thought or saw. And it wasn't, it was a pretty good race. It was caution free, I think, maybe one caution. But, yeah, it was so much fun. It was, surreal. But, yeah, I was glad. It was such a cool thing just to watch the monitors, so kind of try to follow the camera, what they're seeing, and it was just a really cool experience.
That was cool. That's cool, man. Glad you got to do it.
Yeah,
glad you got to do it.
It was
for sure.
it was really cool.
So, so what's your racing looking like this year since you in here for the first time? Well, since the
we trying to get our stuff together. Just the New Year's bash, it took us, we just killed it for 3 weeks straight trying to get ready, and it just seemed like after 3 days of racing, we were just exhausted. So we didn't really get a whole lot of work done here, but we're slowly getting it going here. We're working on it today some, and we're not too far out. Just some body work. We've been doing some work on our trailer to fix some of the stuff that you neglect during the season when you're racing every week. But I think we're shooting for Florence here the 22nd. Yeah, I think that's the first because Dylan's not running Chargers.
No, I thought they were.
Yeah, I did too.
I thought
Whenever you talked about it,
they were.
Maybe they were. I don't know.
And then they took that post down, and today I saw another post.
It's just vintage and street stocks.
And trucks.
I mean trucks. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah,
and Legends.
Okay, yeah. But
you can run Legend over there.
Yeah, okay. We'll see. We haven't, like I said, we haven't done a whole lot of work on the race cars, but we should have been. But we've been, just recouping, and but that's our plan. The 22nd.
There you go.
What about you?
Well, we were going to shoot. Like I said, I was thinking they were running
Dylan. Yeah. That's what the car was set up for Dylan. So that's what our plan too. But
so I don't know. It's either going to be Florence 22nd, as you see. It still don't have body on it, but I think I'm taking it to Chad. I don't know. I got to talk to him maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Whenever he can get in over there. Do a couple things to it that don't really have to be done until mid-season, but since we had the body off, it was like, let's go ahead and do it. And it took me forever. That piece of metal in the floor right there is that good old 025 magnetic steel that they specified in the rules now that we got to have for our rockers.
They put it off to July 1st.
July 1st, but I just figured since it had the body off, it was time to do it.
Yeah, we'll have
but
to
let me
get
tell
to
you
that
something.
eventually.
Those are not cheap right now.
Really?
Steel has gone sky high. It was but no, it's so we're gonna take it to him, then bring it back, stick body on it, try to get it all lettered, and whether that fall for Florence or whether it fall for the first race at Dillon.
Yeah,
1, 2.
Yeah, we got some body work to do. We were thinking about getting a new body or getting some of the body panels for the current style body we have, but I think we're just gonna roll with what we got. Straighten it out a little bit. We like for it to look good the first race of the season, but it's hard to it's old, and we'll probably try to get it that when we can. But right now we need to just we got some other stuff to get to. But I'd like to get it out here and practice the Florence here before we go over there. But I'm ready to get back going though. I'm ready to race and excited for whenever the first race will be, but we'll see.
I did get me and my dad got out here finally. I had rewired everything, and we got out here, finished up cleaning up everything in it, getting it all. It looked like a rat's nest in there with the wires that I had. So I got them all wire loomed and everything, and made it look a little more presentable now. So just some little stuff I've been wanting to do to that car that finally took the time to do. So that's where we are on it. So I reckon I need to talk a little bit about the some NASCAR action from this past weekend since you're here. Xfinity and Cup at Coda. Connor Zilich wins the Xfinity race, won pole, won the race. I kind of expected that. But I kind of expected him to do a little better in the Cup Series. Yeah. Obviously, there was some stuff not of his making. But I kind of expected him to qualify a little better than he did.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm expecting too much.
That's right. You got to remember, it's still his, Cup debut or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but
I wish
he's just so good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right.
At road course stuff that I'm just like, he can do this.
Yeah, I wish he wouldn't call caught up in that wreck. I don't think he had winning speed, but I think he finally had got his feet up under him and, recovered from all the stuff. I think he could have run, top 10 or so maybe, back half the top 10 or around there. But, yeah, that was unfortunate. Trackhouse teammates got together there.
Dude, twice.
Right.
I mean, first one was Ross Chastain kind of causing, all that stack up there, and he got a flat tire over it. And then Daniel Suarez spins, and I think if Daniel would just held the brake.
Yeah, he let off the brake and rolled forward. And
yeah.
But, that
Douglas
was
Briggs, what's up, man? Hey, how's it going? Yeah, so that was a unfortunate start for him, but I will say I think dude's got a promising future.
No doubt.
And, we're like, oh, he's kind of a, road course ringer. Well, maybe he is great on road courses, but we've also seen him, in oval stuff too, and dude is outstanding.
Well, I mean, he grew up in, North Carolina. He's driven car tour races and stuff. It's not like, Shane Van Gisbergen or whatever, who's, never really been around oval racing. So, yeah, I think and that's not really a hot take to say he's going to be pretty daggone good soon.
Right. So, overall of the new COTA layout, what did you think there?
I mean, I think it was decent. I thought it was fine. I don't know. Maybe made for some shorter laps. Maybe helped. To me, it always felt like the stage cautions were just terrible there because it took them forever to make a lap, So that helped a little bit. But I didn't see a whole lot of difference. But, hey, it's kind of if you wanted to try
more laps.
Yeah.
I mean, technically more laps. So actually you're going through more corners, I guess you say. Mm-hmm. So more chance for craziness to happen.
So I thought it was a pretty decent race. So, I don't know. I don't know if the layout change was because of that or what, but I didn't mind it.
I didn't mind it at all. Thought your boy Rowdy was going to get it done up until that last caution, and
that was unfortunate.
He
didn't need that last run to go so long, but at least he was up front, leading a lot of laps. That was I still think he would have been in a good spot, but I don't know. The 20 car was coming on pretty good there at the end. So,
but he's looked good in all three of these first races.
Phoenix will be the real test. That's the track that RCR has not been very good at.
Well, nobody's been very good at it. Penske, really.
Yeah,
but in saying that, Christopher Bell won it last year.
Yeah.
I said, I can't remember if it was. No, I think it was first one. I'm trying to remember who was in here with him. Was it Skyler? And I said, I think it's Christopher Bell's year.
Yeah.
And he's proved me right so far.
I thought something where he's only led like 9 laps and won 2 races.
I know.
But, I mean, he's been up
laps
front.
To count.
Yeah. Hey.
But he's got stage points.
Well, I mean, he does good at what he did in COTA. Riding around top 10. Maybe not riding around, but they get all of a sudden, it always seems like that last run, he's the fastest car. That's when it matters.
The money stop.
Right.
It comes on after that. And I think that's, I don't know. I've wondered if that's just some patience in him, actually, but he's never been one to just set the world on fire, per se. So, I don't know. It's pretty cool. I think he's going to be. I still think he's going to be in the hunt, regardless. I personally, for some reason, I told somebody the other day, I was like, I just feel like it's a Toyota year.
Could be. I don't. It's hard to tell.
But Fords are fast.
Yeah,
Fords are really.
It's
fast.
so hard. 2 super speedways.
And
a road course. That's a lot of NASCAR now is super speedways and road courses. But I'm glad now to get Phoenix. I don't really like Phoenix, but
it's like this is just a normal.
Yeah,
track.
Las Vegas, Homestead, Martinsville coming up. So hopefully we can see who's really got some speed here.
For sure. So I was trying to think of some other stuff that went on around
about Florence. I was expecting you and Matt to go out there and roll through there.
Matt didn't race.
Yeah. He
sold his car in the middle of the day.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
I stuck it on our Facebook,
that's what
and then all of a sudden
he
called. He said, "I just sold the car." Okay. Well, we're not racing, so he decided literally last minute. No, not day of. Like an hour before practice started, that he was coming.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't even like morning or nothing. Nah, it was already literally almost time for practice start. I'm on the way. He had to wait on cars practicing to get across the track. Pulls it out, pretty much throws his suit on, and we go out and practice. It is so loose. Made a lot of adjustments on and got faster, but, second practice is qualifying. I think he'd have been all right, actually, for the race. All the racing was relatively calm out there the other night, surprisingly.
Yeah. I was there for everything except the last mod race.
Oh, you were out there?
Yeah, we were in the stands out there watching.
Dude, I felt like I ran up and down the steps so many times.
Did you?
Dude, I was spotting for Bandolero.
Oh, you
for Paisley.
Yeah.
I spotted for her, and I was supposed to be spotting for Matt, and I spotted for Shay. So Shay Lane. So
yeah. Oh, I was sitting down towards turn one. I must not didn't see you, but
I told him I was gonna lose 7 pounds running up and down. Felt like Rocky going up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. It was good. I'm just glad racing's started back. I don't know. I get bored.
It's a pretty good crowd in the stands for that race. I feel like that was the best crowd I've seen. For the
non-cars tour or non big race. Yeah.
So that was
Smart Tour still a big race, but
even for the Smart Tour race,
it's
the biggest I've seen.
Just not our normal crowd, I guess you say, but it is. Yeah, it was a good show, good turnout in stands, good attendance. We talked about Steve Post being in the booth, and he was back again this week. But also, one of your favorite announcers was back. It was in the booth this week, and he's going to be, from what I gather, he's going to be pretty much full time over at Florence and Lakeview. Alan Dietz, back in the announcers booth at Florence Motor Speedway this year. Good to see Alan.
Ultra Broadcasting,
I talked to him a little bit while I was in the spotter stand there, and hadn't talked to him in a while. It's good to see him.
Yeah, I heard him, that over the speakers there, and him and Steve Post. That was a pretty star-studded, commentating for a weekly show, but that was did a good job.
Yeah, for sure. That's good. Definitely good. Well, man, what's up next? I guess we got Florence coming up. I mean, obviously
I might ride to Dillon this week. I don't know. The vintage cars never really excite me that much, but
we'll have to see who. Well, I think we're gonna have a good crowd of our Legends people.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of
might go hang over there then.
So I might have to ride over there just to.
Right.
I don't know. We might talk. We might talk Matt into taking the truck over there.
Yeah, might as well.
We need to.
He made some laps around there.
Ain't got to change too much from Dillon to Florence, Matt. Just need laps.
That's right. Hey, yeah. But after that, I guess we'll hit up Florence then.
Cool. Well, I reckon that's about it on here, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you stopping in.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, I want to talk to you for a minute after here. Got some things to talk about, but yeah, I'm glad I was able to sneak over here for a little while.
I'm glad you were too, man. I was sitting there earlier today. It's like everybody I talked to was busy. Let's see. Douglas Briggs asks, how about TV coverage of Florence on 2 different pay-per-view, Flow and Ultra Broadcast? Yeah, that's going to happen a couple times this season, Douglas. It's actually Flow has the rights to the Smart Modifieds, and they have it to the Cars Tour. So, and it happens different at different tracks. And being that Florence has their own, Ultra Broadcasting, they pull back and, go back to Ultra Broadcasting. At some tracks that don't have a broadcast deal, they'll just stay there, and Flow will kind of call the whole night sometimes. So I've seen happen a few times anyway. Or I have seen it, if they don't have anybody, they just cut off after, say, like the Smart Tour. I've seen that happen too. So it's just different per track, depending on their broadcasting deals, what they got going on. But that's going to happen again with the Cars Tour race, just to let you know. The support divisions will be on Ultra, and the Cars Tour race will be on Flow. So
Yeah, that's funny because I was walking out the house to go to the icebreaker and I was grabbing a hat and I joked with my dad. I said, I'm going to make Steve mad. I'm going to wear the Flow Racing hat.
Oh,
and ended up calling a race for Ultra Broadcasting wearing my Flow Racing hat.
they didn't put the camera back on you, did they?
Yeah. So that was kind of funny. But, hey.
Tell me they need to get some Ultra Racing winter circle hats.
Yeah. I mean, if they can keep picking up some tracks, just so they got Lakeview and all, I think it could be a pretty cool deal there. So,
and I'm going to tell you, from what I have seen,
it was a really good broadcast.
It is a good broadcast.
Well done.
I will 100% give credit where credit is due. It is a really good product that they are broadcasting on Ultra. Just the setup of the screen, everything on it. Just,
graphics are really good.
Graphics are good, all that. So, me and Steve pick around a lot, picking back and forth. Let me tell you something that happened this past weekend. This was funny. Before, dude, it was like 2:00, middle of the day during practice. There was somebody already fighting in the stands.
Uh-oh.
I think
Who's in the stands at 2:00?
I think they
Some
woke
diehards,
up.
huh?
I think they woke up at 8:00 that morning and started drinking. I think so. And I walk up and Skylar was standing there and he's telling me about it. And I was like, dang, that's crazy. Whatever. Well, I'm walking up to the spotter stand was the reason I was walking up there. Well, Steve comes out and there was a guy standing there who I think was a spotter for the modifieds. And he looks at Steve. He said something about, I hear there was already a ruckus down there or something. He said, Steve goes, just straight faced. Man, yeah. He's like, these daggone Chicken Bone Alley fans are down there saying their podcast is the best, and the On Tap people down there telling them no, it's not. On Tap's the best, and it just went off and crazy. Chicken Bone. I said that's okay. The Chicken Bone Alley fan won, though. And the dude that's a spotter just looking like
he don't understand a word.
What are you talking about? So it was hilarious. It was quite funny. So no, we have a friendly rivalry. We'll say I don't know. It's not a rivalry at all. If you like what we're doing, you can listen on tap and you'd love it too. Because I promise you listen to more. If you listen to podcasts, you listen to more than one a week. So.
Probably so, yeah.
So go check them out. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, man. Well, cool. Well, like I said, appreciate you stopping by.
Yep.
That was a welcome surprise. I didn't have nobody over here. It was weird. I was having to just talk to people on
right. Yeah.
But as always, like to thank our friend Brandon Johnson stopping in, hanging out with us. Congratulations to him on kicking his season off with a win. Really appreciate Greg Biffle coming in. Go check out the Greg Biffle Foundation, Biff Inc., supportbiff.org, I think it also is. Few different ways you can get. Just go on any of his social media. It will link you to it any way that you can to support their cause. Helping out with all as they did with the Hurricane Helene victims, the flooding up in Virginia, and now helping out with anything they can if they need to down with the Myrtle Beach fires that are going on. So we greatly appreciate Greg Biffle giving us some time, and always Racin Jason dirt there every week. So appreciate Connor stopping by one more time.
Good to be here.
All right, y'all. I'd like to thank all our support here again. SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Profab Headers and Exhaust, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, Dixie Made, MPM Marketing, and Fresh Chef. You're up in the Race City area, go check out our friends at Fresh Chef. But anyway, guys, appreciate y'all, and we will talk to y'all later.
Later.